And it makes a lot of sense to me now why KT did go for that Ashe. They wanted to take it away from Prey. And here comes Crash with that early gank. Mata might be in a bit of trouble. They're going immediately for him. The flash comes out, but the deadly flourish will land, and first blood goes over to Crash very early on.
Found a crack. Longju to stop this.
I think they're just going to be a little bit too late, although Crash is coming on in. This will be taken. Depth being knocked up. So much being used onto him. That third bullet will be enough to take him out, but here comes Pawn on the get-go. Able to pick up Crash. Now jumping out to Prey. What just happened there? Down in Bouncy Town. Able to pick up a double kill here is Pawn. And KT easily able to turn that one around.
And Expression didn't even teleport. Yeah. They still have teleport, though, on Expression, which maybe could come into play if they can find an opening for it. But as long as KT acknowledge that, okay.
Oh, well, speaking of finding an opening, standing on a ward is Crash. He's going to pay for it and fly forced to flash away. And now he gets hit by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. That's going to be another kill.
Forces up in top lane. It's going to be near impossible.
Yeah, and look at this. Perfectly set up there by Score. Expression had no idea. No wards to spot the two of them coming up top. That's going to be... He wants another piece. He wants to go down under. Here we go again. And the kick onto Expression. He will be knocked up. A Pawn is here too. Sorry, buddy. You're on your way out.
Be more valuable.
Yeah, very true. Look at this setup here. Fly. He does not have his Spirit Rush available or his Flash. Oh, the Flash coming in from Smeb, and he does get close enough to land that stun. Score going to pick up the kill this time.
And what seems to be KT versus Dynamic Q here in game number 1 continues to get everything blown open.
Deft is trying to go 1v2 right now. Just going to throw that out there, and he's putting on the pressure for his team to rotate down bot too. Score looking for the kick, lands that Sonic Wave, and that might just be a couple more kills. Prey easily going to be going down. Pawn on the chase here for Gorilla. The exhaust is not going to be enough to keep him back, and 2 more kills picked up for KT.
Might just go for it with the flash.
Well, he gets that slowdown. Deft actually turns onto him, has that heal available. Here comes Fly, teleport coming on in. And trying to come down here with the wall now is Pawn. Smeb getting on top of Fly, but he does as this wave is pushing on in.
And here comes the Weaver's wall. Expression, you have nowhere to go.
Yeah, and he doesn't have that flash either, so. Curtain Call is opened up here. They're trying to land some stuff onto Mata, who will eat a bunch of damage, but it doesn't seem like it's quite enough. So they're just sitting here waiting for a pick over and over. And they're opening up opportunities for Longju to get picks, just like this. Doesn't look like it's going to work out, though. Crash getting very low, forced to flash away from the arrow. And actually, it hits Fly up at top. Didn't even see that one. Smeb comes in, picks up the kill. The whole audience is like silent as nobody realized what was going on, and then people began to realize. Expression now locked up by that wall. The damage coming out of Deft here. He's forced to flash. Now Smith trying to go on in 1v3, taking a bit of damage. Prey actually turns around and picks up a kill here, but will eventually go down as he did not have any summoners. So trading 1 for 1 now. It is 4 members of KT to the 3 left over of Longju.
Well, that was the most unintended successful arrow in the entire world that started this whole thing. Crash might go down.
Oh, they pick up that kill. Pretty clean, too. Smeb forced to use his flash.
0-3-2 or a 3-0-2.
Looks like it might happen again here. The tidal wave comes out, Spirit Rush. The arrow is actually going to hit Gorilla here in the front, so he will go down. Deft, he wants to go on in. Big burst it down, and he will actually eat that damage from the Ahri. Now Curtain Call opened on up. First 2 shots will miss. And everybody trying to get a knock up onto Fly. The arrow hits Prey this time. So many times this is going to happen, and Prey will actually go down because of that arrow. Still on the chase here. The flash forward with the exhaust, trying to take down Fly, who doesn't have any summoners. And down he will go. Now slowing down Crash here. Here comes Smeb, going to land that stun. Will take out a 3rd member of Longju on the chase.
Yeah, and KT, they're not even going to need Baron at this point. The death timer is way too high. Expression and Gorilla not going to be able to stop this push. And that's going to be it for game number 1 here as KT completely eviscerate Longju.
Oh boy. Pawn just stacking on extra kills to that KDA. This entire team wants to do it at this point. But it looks like that's going to be it. Game number 1 will go over to KT. in about 33 minutes. You can see Score is making his way up here. And there's no ward to spot him. He's gonna get that taunt down the flash cocoon, and Expression goes down. First blood to Score. Really nice gank set up there by KT.
Yeah, KT getting or follows it up with that chain CC.
Meanwhile,
in live, yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Prey, he's being jumped on Smeb. It looks like he uses Stand United to come on in. Prey is on the run, trying to get that damage onto Smeb here, but Smeb will survive, and uh-oh, Longju may have overstepped their boundaries. The repel up. Let's see if they want to continue on to this. The tether onto Crash. He's getting extremely low. Is forced to flash away. Oh, the culling so close to getting him out, and Deft is still on the chase here. Let's see if they can actually catch up to Crash here. The flash forward, and Pawn will pick up the kill.
Huge turn of events for KT. Mallet as his next item. So no Wit's End against the Quadra Magic damage combo.
Yeah, interesting choice, and this also an interesting choice. Coming on in here is Expression. Does land a decent slicing Maelstrom. They're looking to turn it around here. A double kill right now on a Crash. Smeb getting extremely low. Fly on the chase, and it looks like Score Amado will get away, but 3 kills going on over to Longju.
Yeah, this is sort of like when you tell like an 8-year-old that they can dress themselves for school. You know?
Expression, he's trying to 1v2, and he might be able to. Stand United forced to come out here, but actually does get the kill there, does KT, but Expression making things...
United, they're not going to get too much else out of it, so it's not the biggest loss for Longju.
Ooh, Deft trying to bait this fight out here. The teleport coming on in from Smeb, but the kick onto Deft. Can they land that kill? They do! And Mata is going to eat one as well. A double kill right now given over to Prey, who does eventually go down to Pawn. And the very low Gorilla, he does miss that chain, but does pick up the kill regardless. Smeb still going head-to-head, will land the taunt. Cleanse coming on out. The jump forward from Score, getting extremely low right now is Fly, but he does stay alive.
Here comes Expression.
Can he come on in here and get the kill? He doesn't have his ultimate right now, and actually will be chained into the taunt. Will enough damage come on out? He will get the kill after the flash.
What?
Oh boy.
KT's like, no, you're not. You're coming to us.
Will he actually man mode this and go on in? The redemption comes on, and there is the smite out of Score. He does pick it up. Crash does get really low, but so does Expression. KT, it looked like they wanted to continue on there. But on now for the little Yordle here. Here comes Pawn, and Expression will get gunbladed and flash taunted. Trying to get on in, that chain just barely lands. Pawn actually not going the correct way, expecting a dash back, but they do pick up the kill. Some more damage onto this inhibitor turret in bottom lane. Stand United coming on in, and here comes Deft with the double shot there onto the turret. Oh, nice play there from Crash, but Deft able to hop on back with that flash. Weaver's Wall comes out, but not close enough for that poke. Expression, though, coming on in, taking out Mata. Smeb getting pretty low up here in the front lines. Will he be able to get away? Heal coming on out. There's the stun, though, from Expression. And another kill, actually, onto Score. Deft now trying to get a little bit fancy here. Does pick up a kill. Actually, a couple of them. Here comes Pawn coming on in, and it will work out in the end, as now it's just one-on-one here on the Rift. But I think Pawn is going to do a bit of damage to this inhibitor. Expression will try to come back and stop this. Oh. Chain does miss, and that is pretty huge. The second one misses too. He will be forced to dash away, but Expression will not give up onto this. Pawn jumping back. It looks like he's going to tanky he is, and even a bit of damage being pulled back. And Pawn's going on in. Gunblade used. Slicing Maelstrom. The taunt coming after him. After that, actually able to turn onto Pawn. Maybe they're getting a little bit too cocky with this one. Expression lives. And Smeb on the run. Weaver's Wall comes out. It's not enough to stop that push, and Smeb will actually survive. And look at Deft, though.
Teleport, yeah. Deft is going to say, okay, you go for the Baron. I'm going to get yet another inhibitor, because we can make sure that the lanes aren't going to be able for you to make use of that Baron.
It's important, too, that Score gets away, but he might not. I want him for now. Still trying to get more damage onto that Nexus turret. And here comes Expression. He really wants that turret. He doesn't get it. The turret lives with 71 health.
And that is so big because had that
So they have one Mountain Drake and the double Infernal. The Longju do know about this. They can see exactly what kind of health it has, and it's going to come down to the Smite. They're going to stop DPSing it, but Score's got to stay in there. It will reset. Corey getting extremely low, but Smeb actually going for the stun on in. Here is Pawn. Really big redemption, though, onto the side of Longju. Fly and Expression extremely low now. Pawn once again in. The flash stun onto Crash. Nobody has died just yet. Smeb getting extremely low. It looks like maybe his CA will be popped. No, not quite. Extremely low at this point right now.
Smeb can recall and come back with teleport.
And here's Score trying to get that kill onto Gorilla, and that is really huge, getting that tanky Nautilus out of here. Lots of members of KT pretty low, though. A very extended fight at this point in time. Smeb coming on in from the back. Not sure if they see this one. They see him now. Now coming on in here, Pawn will rejoin. Can they get a stun? Prey, he gets caught up. Expression will as well be torn down, and Crash will follow up there. And now Fly on the run. We'll see if he can even get out alive. And it looks like KT, they just want to go for the end to this game.
And there it is. That's the ace. KT, despite a 6 versus 5, they come out on ahead, and they're gonna look to take game number 2 here as the Nexus turrets fall. And that's it for KT.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. Game 2 goes over to KT. A longer one this time, 42.5 minutes, but they do take that 2-0.
And definitely was a little bit worrying at some points for KT, but their usage of the dual teleport